Hey guys, today is February 3rd, and we're doing a complete breakdown of Hedera HBAR. If you're a trader, a holder, or just interested in altcoins, this video is for you. Over the last 2 months, there's been a lot of noise around HBAR. Some people say, this is a sleeping giant that's about to wake up. Others say, this is a dead coin, forget about it. Today, I'm going to give you all the facts, all the technical levels, all the upcoming events, and you can decide for yourself whether to hold this token, buy it cheaper, or just stay on the sidelines. Let's start with the million-dollar question. Okay, let's check the price. HBAR is trading at around 0.0912 per token. That's roughly 9 cents. Over the last 24 hours, the price is up 4.14%. Doesn't sound like much? You're right. But context matters. A week ago, HBAR was at the 0.11, 0.12. Then we had a 20-30% correction, and now we're at the bottom trying to bounce back. If you look at trading volume, there's been about 155 million flowing through exchanges in 24 hours. That's solid volume. That means people are interested in the token, not just forgetting about it. But here's the most interesting part, the technical levels. Right now we're trading at a critical support level of 0.09. Below that is 0.084, and if we fall there, we're very close to 0.07. On the other hand, if we move above 0.1, the next level is 0.11, then 0.115, 0.12. These levels are the boundary between bears are in control and bulls are taking the initiative. What about the indicators? RSI is at 32.79, which is very close to 30. That's the oversold zone. Usually the price bounces from this zone. Not guaranteed, of course, but the probability is higher than normal. MACD looks sad. It's below the zero line, which indicates bearish momentum. But it's not falling further. It's more like leveling off, which could be a signal that the bottom is near. Here's the main story. We're in an accumulation zone. This looks like a scenario where sellers have exhausted their strength, but buyers still don't believe the bottom is in. Right now, everyone is talking about price targets. Let me give you what actual analysts are saying, not just guesses. For 1 week, by February 10th, target price 0.105, 0.11. This is the minimum that should be tested if bulls have any faith in a bounce. For 1 month, early March, analysts are more optimistic here. They're talking about 0.12, 0.16. To be honest, 0.16 looks ambitious. For that to happen, something positive needs to occur. And that brings us to the most interesting part, the events, specific scenarios. Scenario number 1, conservative. If HBAR consolidates in the 0.084, 0.12 range, we just wait for the next cycle. It's boring but safe for capital. Scenario number 2, normal, realistic. We move up to 0.1, then to 0.115, then break higher, and then the first catalyst happens. Scenario number 3, aggressive bull. If Hedera DevDay on February 17th in Denver announces major news about partnerships or network updates, we see a rally to 0.15, 0.2 very quickly. And here we come to the main topic. Now things get interesting. Event number 1, tomorrow. Tomorrow, February 4th, Hedera is conducting a mainnet upgrade to v0.7. Sounds boring? Maybe. But it's important. The upgrade lasts about 40 minutes, and during that time, the network will be in maintenance mode. This means today and tomorrow, if you're trading HBAR with leverage, be careful. What's new in this update? Performance improvements, fee optimization, and support for new smart contract capabilities. For a developer, this matters. For a speculator, not so much. but it's a signal that the network is developing actively. Event number 2, February 17th, Hedera DevDay in Denver. This is a big event. This is when all Hedera developers come together in one place. And not just come together, they come together alongside ETH Denver. What's ETH Denver? It's the largest Web3 developer gathering in the world, and Hedera will be there all day with their booth, workshops, and announcements. What should we expect? New developer grants, demos of new tools for deploying smart contracts, possibly announcements of new partnerships or integrations. This is the first serious catalyst for price, because if DevDay brings interesting news, people will start buying the rumor a day or two before that. Event number 3, the big one, May 4th in Miami, HederaCon 2026. Listen carefully. This is the first ever major conference for the entire Hedera ecosystem. Not a small meetup, but a real conference on the level of consensus. And it's happening in Miami, between Formula One and Consensus. This means there will be Hedera developers, governing council members, major corporations, venture capital investors, politicians and regulators, and basically everyone interested in blockchain. What will be announced at HederaCon? Based on preliminary information, the focus will shift to RWA, real-world assets, tokenization of real assets. This is a trendy word in crypto, but for Hedera, it's real. They've already launched a stablecoin based on the Australian dollar. At the conference, they'll likely show more such projects. AI and Web3. How artificial intelligence can use Hedera as a trust layer. This is very relevant in 2026. New governing council members, maybe a Fortune 500 company or a major fintech, mass adoption. The story of how HBAR transitions from interesting project to actually used infrastructure. If HederaCon confirms that all of this is real, not just words, the price could jump significantly. Why is May the deadline? Because if by May, Hedera is still saying soon, we're planning in development, people will be disappointed. The market wants to see action, not words. Okay, let's talk about levels for traders and those thinking about entry points. If you're a conservative investor, wait until HBAR closes above 0.1 with good volume. That's a signal that bulls are taking control. Then you can start thinking about buying a small position. If you're a trader, 1-3 months, wait for a breakout above 0.1. If we get a close above this level with volume, go long targeting .0.12, 0.16 in March. Stop loss at .0.085. If you're a swing trader, 1-2 weeks, right now is the perfect moment to buy before DevDay on February 17th. The probability of a rally before the event is very high, but be ready to sell everything on the day of the event, because buy the rumor, sell the news is a classic pattern. If you're not sure at all, stand aside. The crypto market is full of opportunities. HBAR isn't the only option. Key levels to remember. 0.084. Critical support. If we fall below this, the next stop is 0.07. 0.09, current level where we're holding. 0.1. This level divides bears and bulls. If we close above it, bulls win. If we fall below, the bear continues. 0.11. 0.115. Next resistance where short sellers will dump. 0.12. 0.13. This is where the previous local top was. Lots of sell orders here. See 0.15, 0.16. This is what bulls want to see by March. About volatility. ATR, average true range, shows that the average daily range is 0.01 per day. That's roughly 10% volatility. Not super wild, but enough for a nice swing. About volume. Volume on up candles should be above average. Right now, volume is good, which means there's interest. You can't just talk about price. You need to understand why people believe in HBAR in the first place. First, technology. Hedera isn't a blockchain, it's a DAG, directed acyclic graph. This makes it very fast and cheap. It's a fact, and it works. Second, corporate backing. The governing council includes companies like Google, IBM, Boeing, and others. These aren't small crypto startups. These are real, boring corporations. Why does that matter? Because boring corporations don't invest in scams. They invest in what works. Third, real use cases. The Australian stablecoin based on HBAR, this isn't a joke. A government is using the network. And this is the first case like this. Fourth, developer activity. Hedera now has 10 0+ smart contracts. That's not as much as Ethereum, but for a project positioned as enterprise only, it's a good signal. Fifth, ecosystem grants. Hashgraph Ventures allocated $100 million to support the ecosystem. That's real money. All of this together means HBAR isn't dead, it's a sleeping giant. But let's not be naive. There are risks. Risk number 1, competition. Solana became faster. Ethereum L2s became cheaper. Avalanche, Polygon, and others, they're all improving. Hedera isn't unique for speed and fees anymore. Risk number 2, centralization. Many crypto purists don't believe in the governing council. They say, this isn't decentralized, it's just another database. And you know what? They're not entirely wrong. HBAR is more centralized than Bitcoin or Ethereum. It's a trade-off for speed and reliability. Risk number 3, overall market. If Bitcoin falls below 78.0, all altcoins fall with it. HBAR is no exception. The correlation with BTC is at 0.85. That's very high. Risk number 4, tokenomics. Lots of HBAR in circulation, lots in grants, lots of potential dilution. For price to rise seriously, there needs to be real, sustained network load. So, what should you do? I break this down by category. If you're a long-term investor, holding for 1+ year, HBAR is an interesting asset. The technology works. The fundamentals are there. Price at 0.09 isn't bad for an entry point. Accumulate in small portions, not all at once. If you're a trader, 1-3 months, wait for a breakout above 0.1. If we get a close above this level with volume, go long targeting .0.12, 0.16 in March. Stop loss at .0.085. If you're a swing trader, 1-2 weeks, right now is perfect timing to buy before DevDay on February 17th. The probability of a rally before the event is very high, but be ready to sell everything on event day because buy the rumor, sell the news is a classic pattern. If you're not sure about any of this, stay on the sidelines. The crypto market is full of opportunities. HBAR isn't your only option. Main message. HBAR in February 2026 is at a crossroads. Either rally to 0.15, 0.2, or drop to 0.07. The choice depends on whether they can prove this isn't just hype, but real infrastructure. The event in Denver and especially in Miami, these are the deadlines. I'll be watching these events, and I recommend you pay attention to them too. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, all of this helps the channel. See you in the next video.